Morning. Welcome to your 8:15 Tuesday morning Vinyasa class. I'm Tom. I'm going to be guiding you through your practice today. Coming to you live from the Urban Yoga Studio via Zoom. So we have a couple people joining us. Make sure you're checking out the website. Sign up for the email list because there's a lot going on in terms of scheduling. Obviously, you've missed all this COVID chaos going on. So make sure you check, sign up for the email, and we should have the latest and greatest classes there. A lot of things are changing in terms of where and when we practice, but we are doing continued Zoom classes, so make sure you're signing up. Okay, and make sure you visit the virtual tip jar to keep this great community going. So this morning we're going to do just a great Vinyasa twist class. Twists are great for bringing out the old, bringing in the new, just replenishing the body with all that great fresh oxygen and blood flow. As well as great for digestion. So we'll do a nice flow and then wind down through a lot of twists as well. So let's get started in a nice comfortable seat here, Sukhasana. So go ahead and grab yourself a blanket if you have one, just to give a little tilt forward in that pelvis. Helps to get that spine nice and lifted and long here. So we'll just begin to settle in here, roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Palms can be up. Let the elbows just drop. Broaden across clavicles here, and just begin to let the heart shine forward. Keep the gaze soft or close the eyes here, and we'll just begin with the breath. So begin to deepen the inhalation to a count of 4 or 5, filling up the torso, expanding the sides of the rib cage, the back of the rib cage. And then lengthening that exhalation to a count of 4 or 5, emptying everything out. Rooting down a little bit deeper in your seat as you exhale. Extending a little taller through the crown of the head as you inhale. Continue with the rhythm of your breath here. And we begin to make that transition from the doer to the conscious observer. Just notice what's coming up for you this morning, maybe in the body physically. Any areas of tightness or tension that need tending to today. Check in emotionally, what's going on in your world. We know what's going on in the outside world. Amidst all this madness and chaos. Just check in with yourself and acknowledge anything coming up emotionally for you. What needs tending to, maybe a little extra compassion for the self today, a little surrender. Just take that next hour to dedicate to yourself in this moment alone. Everything else will be waiting for you after this hour. Continue with that breath. Let it be your guide throughout your practice this morning. I'd like to remind you that you are the guru. You know your body best, so please rest when you need to. Back off or push yourself when you'd like to. And keep that breath ever present throughout your practice today. Let's take one more deep breath in. Open the mouth, nice cleansing exhale. Let it all go. Softly blink the eyes open. We'll just get started here with a nice, easy warm-up. So we're just going to begin working through some twists as a progression here today. I'd like to remind you before we get started, as you work through your twists, please try to have that nice, tall spine. When we have that C-shaped curve in the spine and we begin to twist, we're crunching those vertebrae. So nice, tall, lengthy spine. And then you always want to twist from the base of the spine up through the crown of the head. All right. So nice, easy seat. We'll just begin here with taking a deep breath in. Fill the torso up. Exhale, just look over to the left side. So just gentle twist here of the neck. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Take it back to center. Inhale. Exhale on over to the right. Gentle twist. Breathe in. Let it go. Back to center. Inhale here. Exhale. Take the crown of the head over down to the shoulder on the left side. You can walk those fingertips out. Nice stretch here along the right side of the neck. Take it back up. Inhale. Exhale on over to the right. Walk those fingertips out. And breathe. We'll go ahead and back up to center. Inhale those arms up. Exhale, palms into heart center. Nice cleansing breath. Let's do that again. Inhale up. We'll take our first twist here on over to the left side. So take that right hand across the knee. Roll that left shoulder back to give yourself a little more space and lengthen that spine. And then again, twist from the base of the spine, shoulders and head last. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, twist deeper. Just getting warmed up here. Don't force too much. And we'll go ahead and release that. Inhale, arms back up. Lift up, look up. Exhale, other side. So take that left hand over to the right knee. Roll that back shoulder back. Sit up nice and tall. And then go ahead and add the head last. You know, also use that hand as a little bit of leverage on that knee. Just getting a little deeper twist. Again, just getting warmed up here. And let's go ahead and let that go. Inhale the arms back up. Exhale, take that left hand down, walk it out. We'll take a side body stretch here. So make sure you're pressing down through the corner of that right hip. As that right arm comes up and over, breathe into that right side of the body. Deep breath in here. As we exhale, we're going to rotate the torso, so lining up the sternum over that knee. Then go ahead and reach that right arm out and walk it forward to whatever degree is comfortable for you. So kind of a rotating bend here. Again, press down through those hips. Make sure they're not popping up. Then pressing to that left hand and inhale that right arm back and open up as you twist back gently. Big breath here. Exhale, let's let it go. Inhale those arms back up. We'll take that over to the other side. Press down through that left hip crease. Walk the right hand out. Take the other, or getting my mirroring off a little bit. You know where we're going. All right, big inhale here. Exhale, rotate sternum over knee. Walk that hand out. Gently forward fold. And then press away. Inhale, open up. Do some circles with that wrist on the left side. And let's let that go. All right, getting nice and warmed up here. If you have a blanket, go ahead and remove it for a moment. And we're just going to go ahead and bring feet out, hip wider than shoulder width apart. Roll shoulders back so you lift up through the chest. And then just let knees softly fall to one side. So we're just going to work through gently opening up hips here. Windshield wipering knees side to side. Again, make sure you're pressing up through that spine, making it nice and long. You're not sinking back. The chest is forward. And then as we get over to the left side, we're going to go ahead and keep that left hand planted and then just begin to walk around to the back of the mat. So we're getting a hip twist, so hip opening and twist here at the same time. And then look over that shoulder out of the corner of the left eye last. Take a deep breath in here. Twist a little deeper on the exhale. And then begin to walk yourself back around the center. Bring knees up, drop them over to other side, and we'll take that to the other side. So begin to walk the hands back around, gentle twist, and then look over that right shoulder. Take one more deep breath in here. Twist in a little deeper. Gently walk yourself back to center. And we'll go ahead and roll over the knees. And let's take it to a tabletop. So you can have your blanket here if you'd like. A little extra padding for the knees. Set yourself up here in tabletop. So lining up those hip points right over the knees, lining up shoulders right over the wrists. Let's tap the tops of the feet, just begin to wake them up here. All right, let's work through some cat-cow here. So we're going to drop the belly. Go ahead and broaden through the clavicles here so we're not sinking into shoulders. So pressing up through the palms. Inhale. We exhale, press into the tops of the feet, push the mat away, drop the gaze down to the belly. Work through your cat and cow with your breath. Getting some nice spinal flexion here, working through those vertebrae that are constantly kind of folding forward as we're driving in our cars, working at our desks, texting. So just get some nice spinal flexion here. It's going to really help us maximize our twist today and the benefits of it. All right, go ahead and come back to center. Keep the hips forward and then just gently walk the palms over to the right side. Look over that right shoulder. Take a deep breath in here. Exhale, let it go. Let's take it back to center and we'll take that over to the other side. Get yourself set up first and then gently walk the hands around to the left side. Take a deep breath in to the right side rib cage here. And let's go ahead and take it back to center. Walk the palms forward. We'll take it to a child's pose. So go ahead and keep toes together as you let the knees go nice and wide. Begin to sink hips backwards. Walk fingertips forward. And begin to sink down through the chest and belly. You can also have a block here if you need a little extra lift, bringing the ground and floor up to you. Let the head be heavy. Rest your third eye on the mat, feeling that connection and support of the earth. And then go ahead and walk your right fingertips out to the corner of the mat, and then reach that left hand up and over, across on top of that right palm. Breathe into the left side of the body. Exhale, let it go. One more breath here. And release. Gently walk back, and we'll take that on over to the other side. So walk the left hand out to the corner of the mat. Right hand follows along. Reach it up and over. And breathe into the right side of the body. Sink those hips back a little bit more. Big inhale here. Exhale, let it go. Go ahead and come back to center. Bring yourself back up here. If you have your blanket, go ahead and move that on over to the side. And we'll go ahead and push ourselves up to downward facing dog. You get to walk your dog out, bending one leg at a time, stretching through calves. Fingertips are spread nice and wide here. Roll the triceps in towards the ears. So you're getting that nice line of energy along the entire center of the body. And tailbone is lifting up to the sky as you sink down the heels. So you can walk forward just a little bit more. Gaze is down and in towards the belly, over the thighs here. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. One more. Inhale. With the exhale, begin to walk forward up to the hands. We're going to inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. So press into the shins, tops of the thighs. Shoot that crown of the head forward as you press the thighs back. Big inhale here. Exhale, fold in. forward fold. You can bend knees here if you need to. You can grab for elbows, sway side to side. Let the head be heavy here. Getting a nice release in the low back. Let's go ahead and release. Keep those feet planted forward, and then just go ahead and gently walk on over to the right side. Whatever degree feels good for you. Just a little twist here. Still getting warmed up. Take it back to center. We'll take that to the other side. Inhale first. Exhale, begin to walk on over. Let's go ahead and release. Take it back to center. As we inhale, we're going to go ahead and bring the toes and heels together and sink down into a chair pose. So Utkatasana. So we're going to shoot the arms up and out, broaden across that chest here. Sink the hips down. Squeeze the knees together like you have like a block in between those knees. Lift up. Breathe. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold in. Inhale is going to bring you all the way up to standing. Look up, lift up, draw palms into heart center. All right, so from here, we're going to go ahead and shift the weight into the left foot. Begin to peel that right foot up. So we're going to just do a little balancing twist here, nothing too crazy. So instead of just pulling that leg up, it's nice to sort of peel that heel up, make sure you're grounded down through that left side, and then begin to just draw that knee up and in. Inhale those arms up overhead, and then exhale, we're going to just take a gentle twist. So take that left hand across the knee and take that right hand to the sacrum to give yourself a little bit more leverage. Wobble, fall over. If you fall over, just get back into it. If you want to add the gaze on back behind you, add that. Take a breath here. You can also do this at the wall. Take it back to center, palms to heart center. And then go ahead and shoot that right leg back. We're going to take it to a crescent lunge. So get yourself nice and set up. Make sure your feet are not kind of on a tightrope. So you want those feet hip width distance apart. Roll those shoulders back. Go ahead, bend that back knee and sink in a little bit here. Make sure that knee is lined up over heel. And then begin to straighten that back leg as you lift up with the arms, heart, and chest and sink down through the tail. Let's take a deep breath in here. Exhale, palms to heart center. We're going to take a twist here. So options here, you can take that elbow across the knee. You can also just stay up nice and tall and take it across with the palm. So if you want to go a little deeper, reach forward, take that right elbow across, and then use that leverage to stack shoulders up. Keep that back leg active, knee pulled up and in, and breathe here. Let's inhale it back up, whoop, wobble a little bit. Exhale, take it down, low lunge. Untuck that back toe. Line that knee up right over the heel here. Inhale, lift up. Drop down through the tailbone, up through the crown. Exhale, take the hands down and go ahead and straighten that front leg out. Inch that heel forward a little bit as you sink hips back. Get a nice hamstring stretch here. The toes are popped up, kind of drawing back to the knee. Reach forward with the crown of the head, and then you can sink forward and down. One more deep breath in here. Let's go ahead and release. Keep that right hand planted, untuck that back toe, and we'll take a gentle twist here. So inhale, draw the bow up. Keep that left knee pulled into the center line of the body. Don't let it pop out to the side. Squeeze that thigh in here. And let's breathe. All right, let's go ahead and release here. Pop that back knee up. Drop the heel down. We're going to reach up and come all the way up to a warrior two. Extend those arms out to the sides. Roll those shoulders open. Sink into that knee. Make sure it's lined up over that ankle. Heel to arch alignment here. Tuck that tailbone in so your bum's not sticking out. Sink in. Breathe. Inhale, let's reverse. You can have that right hand down the leg, or you can bring it to the back for a little extra leverage here. Big breath into the side body. Exhale. Windmill the hands down. Step it into your plank. And we're just going to lower down the body, knees, chest, and chin. Keep the elbows pulled in. We're going to take it down to a Sphinx pose. Go ahead and draw the elbows forward, right underneath the shoulders. Wiggle the hips back and forth. The tops of the feet and the hips are our anchor here. Make sure you're not sinking into those shoulders. So really press up, belly's pulled up and active here. Deep breath in. So you exhale, let's look over right shoulder. Look out of the corner of the eye, see if you can see the feet. Keep that belly off the mat. Back to center. Inhale here. Exhale to the side. And back to center. Let's go ahead and release. Press yourself up all the way to a downward facing dog. Take a few cleansing breaths here. Inhale, open the mouth. Let it go. One more. Inhale. Let it go. Inhale. Step forward. Halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold in deeper. Sink those hip points. Utkatasana, back to our chair pose. We'll add on a little bit here. So we're in our chair. We're going to go ahead and act like you're drawing a bow back. So that left palm's forward. Draw the right hand back along the chest and reach it back behind you. Try to keep those knees and hips squared forward. Take a breath here. Back to center. Let's do that the other side. Inhale. Open up and reach back. Extend fingertips to the opposite ends of the room. Back forward. Exhale, fold in and release here. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, let it go. Inhale brings you all the way back up. Palms to heart center. And let's just go ahead and release. Give a little shake here. We're going to work to on the other side. Grab yourself water, cup of coffee. And we'll begin to work through that other side. Okay. Pretty sure we did the right first. So from here, I'm going to draw that left leg up. So again, instead of just yanking that knee up, root down to that right side or left side. What am I doing here? Draw that left knee up into the center line of the body. Shoot the arms up. Exhale, twist on over. That hand across the thigh. The other hand can be back behind you, giving yourself a little leverage. And if you want to add the gaze, take that last. Squeeze everything into the center line of the body. Keep the crown of the head lifting up. All right. Inhale back to center. If you fall or wobble, just go with it. Get back into it. Exhale, shoot that leg back. Crescent lunge. Set yourself up. Inhale, shoot the arms up, lift up. Bend the back knee, and then go ahead and straighten. Pull that kneecap up and in. Big inhale here. The exhale, we're going to take that twist. So lean forward, take whatever version you did on the first side and on the second side, drawing elbow across. Big inhale. To exhale, twist a little deeper. Inhale, take it back up. Exhale here, we're going to take it down into our low lunge. So go ahead and untuck that back foot. Get yourself set up. Knee over ankle. Inhale, reach up and out. Big breath in. Exhale down, straighten that leg. Quite so much better to be in front of a physical class because they can always correct me if I'm missing anything. So if I'm missing anything, you guys can wave or yell at me. Drop those hips back, pop those toes up, toes pointed back to the kneecap here. One more breath in here. We'll go ahead and release. Keep that left hand palm down. Let's inhale and open up. Circles with that wrist. Exhale, let's take it down. Pop that back knee up. Step yourself back to plank. Inhale here. Then exhale, knees, chest, chin, or full chaturanga dandasana, halfway down. Back bend of choice here. So we can be up dog, cobra or sphinx. Breathe. Now let's go ahead and take a quick child's pose. Let those knees go wide. Push those hips back, sink in. Reconnect with that breath here. Notice how the body's feeling now. Maybe a little different than when we had started practice. Starting to wring out some of that stale air, energy. Rejuvenate with that fresh oxygen and blood flow. Take one more deep breath in. Exhale. Let's go ahead and push ourselves up. Let's take it back down to our belly and back to our Sphinx pose. So draw those elbows back forward. Get yourself set up. Wiggle back and forth on those hips here. We're just going to work kind of a little quad stretch with a twist here. So we're going to take that left arm and make that forearm parallel to the front of your mat. And then roll the shoulders back and then go ahead and bend that leg. And then reach back. If you can grab a hold of it, great. If not, no problem. You can just grab for the thigh. But you're trying to reach back and then give yourself a little stretch here in that quad. Make sure you're not sinking too far into that front shoulder. So you want to be down, crunching down, push up out of that elbow. Look back over the shoulder. Breathe. Let's go ahead and release. Back to center for a moment. Get yourself set up. We're going to take that on over to the other side. So left forearm parallel to the mat. Bend the back leg. Push up out of that shoulder. Reach it back. Draw that heel towards the glute. Take one more deep breath in here. Exhale, gently let that go. We'll go ahead and bring palms back underneath the shoulders. push yourself up to a downward facing dog. Just a few more things here in our flow, and then we're going to get down on the mat and work through some other twists here. So, all right, our last downward facing dog here, make it count. Let's add on a little bit by just doing a quick twist here. So, bring left hand more towards the center of the mat. Walk the toes forward a little bit, and then go ahead and reach that right arm back. It can be for the thigh, it can be down for the ankle, and then use that leverage to twist the body and look underneath that left side. Let's go ahead and release and switch. Right hand to center. Left palm across the ankle or thigh. And twist. Deep breath in. Let it go. Go ahead and walk ourselves forward here. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold in. Inhale is going to bring you all the way up. All right, let's just take a moment here to kind of get resettled, shake everything out. Let's take a nice wide leg stance here. So bring your feet out, wider than shoulder width apart. Heels slightly pointed in, toes slightly pointed out. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down. And then go ahead and interlace palms together, or you can grab for just the wrists. Puff the chest up, lift up, look up. Big inhale here as we exhale, hinge forward at the hips. Drop the head, take those shoulders up and over. I like to kind of shift the weight back and forth from balls of feet into the heels. We'll bring head on over to one side and then the other. Just getting a nice stretch in the scapula here. And then we'll go ahead and release. We'll plant the right hand in front of the face, and we'll inhale and take a twist, stacking up shoulders. You can have a block here as well. Bring the ground up towards you if this is a little much on the hamstrings. Check your alignment. My arms over here flying off to the sides. Check your alignment. Take one more deep breath in. Exhale, let's switch sides. Inhale, up and back. And we'll go ahead and let that go. You'll toe the heels in a little bit more. So the toes are pointed out, heels are pointed in. We're going to take it up to a goddess pose. So go ahead and sink down into the thighs. Wiggle yourself back and forth. Roll the shoulders back. So you're sitting up, or your crown of the head's going up nice and tall. Inhale here. Then exhale, drop in that right shoulder. Pushing into that thigh. Take it back up. Lift up. Exhale to the side. Back up. Inhale. Lift up, straighten legs. Exhale, sink down. We'll shift side to side. Working through those legs, the quads, strengthening. Inhale up. Exhale, sink. One more time. One more, inhale up. This time as we exhale, we're going to drop down. And then go ahead and heel toe those feet in towards each other. We're going to drop down to Malasana. So you can have a block here. Bring that ground up for support. Roll shoulders back. Broaden through those clavicles. And use those elbows to open up the hips. Let the heart shine forward. Smile at the day. All right, so here we're going to just do a little quick twist. Take that left arm to the inside of that thigh, and then pull that right arm back like you're drawing that bow. Reach back. So hip opener here on the left side. Breathe into the heart. Let's let that go. We'll take that to the other side. So that right arm on the inside of the thigh, left arm up and back. And we'll go ahead and let that go. Just go ahead and roll yourself on over as best you can, whatever way is best for you. And we're going to come to a seat here. Start to kind of wind down. So I'm going to work through some twists and forward folds. I definitely recommend having that blanket to give yourself that little lift in the pelvis, tilting it forward. Extend the legs long here in staff pose. Roll those shoulders back. Push down through the heels of the hand. Push through those heels and draw the toes back towards you. We're going to inhale and lift up. Exhale, hinge at the hips, crown of the head reaching forward, and grab for what you can get to. If you can get to the feet, great. If it's the tops of the thighs, you can also have a strap here. Reach forward with the crown of the head on the inhale. Exhale, sink in. Breathe. One more deep breath in here. Let's let it go. I'm going to draw that right heel in. So options here with our twist. You can stay right here and just keep it on the inside of the thigh. You can take that leg over the knee and then go ahead and bring that other heel in towards the butt. I like that because it helps me kind of make sure I'm sitting up nice and tall. Squeezes everything in. But again, you can also just have that knee out to the side there. Inhale up, lift up, twist from the base of the spine, and then go ahead and wrap that arm around. Roll that other shoulder back to sit up nice and tall, and then add the head last. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Let's go ahead and release. Extend that left leg back out. And we'll go ahead and take that right heel back to the inside of our thigh here. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, fold in again. So we're in Janu Sirsasana now. You can see when you're working just with one leg in a forward fold, a lot easier to get in a little bit deeper. Let's take one more deep breath in here. And go ahead and release. Walk the hands back. Keep that foot flexed. Draw those toes back. Inhale, lift. Exhale, gentle twist backwards. Take that left hand across the thigh. Roll that right shoulder back. Push through that heel. Look over that shoulder. Take a breath here. And then roll down to the inside of that left foot. Press those hips up and lift up. Reach back with that left hand. Take a deep breath. Gently lower back down. And then we'll bring both heels together. Baddha Konasana. So draw those heels in towards the pelvis. Roll shoulders back. Grab for ankles, toes, whatever feels good. Lift up to the crown of the head. Exhale, hinge forward. Sway a little side to side. Walk hands forward. Blocks are great here. Nice opening through the hips. All right, you need to walk fingers back in. And then we'll set up for the other side. So left, or actually, go ahead and set yourself up back to staff pose. All tangled up there. Just gonna work through that same progression on the other side. So inhale, lift. Exhale, hinge and fold. Go ahead and release. So we're going to take that twist that we did on the first side, so whatever option works for you. So you can keep that left heel on the inside, draw it across, bring that other heel in, sit up nice and tall, inhale, lift up, exhale, twist from the base of the spine, add the shoulders, add the gaze left. One more breath here. All right, let's go ahead and let that go. Go ahead and extend that leg back out, and then bring that right heel to the inside of that left thigh. Flex that foot, inhale, lift up, exhale, sink it. Walk those hands back in here. Inhale, lift up one more time. Make sure that foot's flexed. Exhale, take that left hand across the thigh, roll that right shoulder back. Push through that front heel and look over shoulder. Roll to the inside of that left foot. Push the floor away, sink or pop those hips up. Reach up and out. Breathe. Gently lower back down. Bring that other foot forward. And then we're going to go ahead and come all the way back down to our backs here. So we're going to work through some twists here on our back as we begin to really wind down our practice. You can have the blanket here, or if it's folded up too much, you can unfold it or just get rid of it. Get yourself nice and comfortable set up here. Get rid of this. Get the shoulders situated. So very important when we're doing twists on our back that our shoulders have a nice stable foundation here. So we don't want to twist so deep in that our shoulders are popping up. That's kind of counterproductive. So just roll the shoulders back and down. Broaden through those clavicles so they're not crunching up around the ears. And then go ahead and we'll just bring the knees into the chest here. Drop the tailbone down and then give yourself a nice squeeze. So squeeze those thighs into the belly as you push down to that tailbone. And just breathe here for a minute. Get ourselves centered. And then we'll keep that left knee in as we extend the right leg out nice and long. And that right foot is active here. So just as we were doing those twists in the seated pose, that foot is active, toes are drawing back. And then take that left arm out to the side, out to a T, and then go ahead and begin to draw that right knee across the body. So keep those shoulders down, and then the gaze, again, the head goes last. Look over that left shoulder. And then inhale and exhale, draw the knee across a little bit more, sink in a little bit deeper to the twist. Let's take one more deep breath in here. Twist a little deeper. And then go ahead and unwind yourself. Move nice and slow here. We're winding down. Doing a lot of wringing out of the old, bringing in the new. Bring those knees back and up. Let's get recentered here. Those shoulders nice and flat on the mat. And then extend the left leg long, flex the foot. Squeeze that knee in. Take a right arm out to the side. It can be at a cactus or a T. And then draw that knee across the body. Add the head last if you'd like. You're kind of playing around with drawing that right hip down to the mat as you're drawing the body across. And you can get that little extra stretch all through that right side of the body. Sometimes I get that free chiropractor adjustment here. And then let's go ahead and release. Bring the heels in towards the bum here, and then go ahead and bring your feet out to the edges of the mat a little bit more. Press down through the tops of the forearms, and then just let the knees fall to the side. So windshield wipering, releasing that low back. The hands are in the way, kind of move them out of the way. And then let's go ahead and let them fall on over to the right side. Taking another twist here. So you can take that right leg or the right ankle and put it across that left knee. Give yourself a little bit more leverage there on that hip crease. Or opening that hip crease, I should say. Same thing with the shoulders. Make sure they're nice and down flat. And then look over that left shoulder. Keep that breath work going. And just surrender into the pose as best you can. Should be feeling nice and open in the body now. So these last few twists, really getting that breath into those crevices that we neglect. Getting that oxygen and blood flow into those parts of the body that normally don't get that attention. And let's go ahead and release here. Bring those knees up. Set yourself back up. Windshield wiper a few more times. Release the low back. And then when you're ready, let them fall on over to our left side. So keep those shoulders down. You take that left ankle across the right knee for a little added weight and leverage there. And then go ahead and add the head last. See what you can do about trying to draw the breath all the way down into the hips. Obviously, you can't actually breathe into your hips, but if you have that focus and you're drawing it down into the belly and you're almost thinking of drawing it into that right hip crease, you can feel that opening, and then as you exhale, you're twisting a little bit more. You can just get a little bit more out of that twist. Take one more big deep breath in here. Exhale, let it go. And we'll go ahead and unwind. We have time here maybe for a few bridge sequences here. So go ahead and bring those heels in towards the glutes. Knees are in together. Roll shoulders back. Press down through the forearms. And then go ahead and press the hips up. And kind of wiggle the heels back to the bum a little bit more as you lift up. And then options here with the arms. You can lift the arms up overhead. can go ahead and wiggle shoulders underneath the body to puff the chest up a little bit more and interlace the palms. Press those thighs up. Check in with that belly, that it's not just popping up. Try to suck those lower ribs down and in. And then think about your knees squeezing together like you're squeezing a block, drawing all that energy into the center line of the body. Take another breath here. Let's go ahead and release the shoulders, release the hips back down, and go ahead and draw the knees back into the chest. Little rock side to side, massaging that low back. And let's work through that sequence one more time. Draw those hips back, knees together, shoulders back and down. Lift up through those hips. Inch those heels back a little bit more. And then again, arms, options here. They can just stay where they are. You can come underneath. And those ribs are going to want to poke up, suck them down and in. Squeeze everything in one more time. Breathe in. Exhale. Unwind, let it go. Draw those knees back in. One more time. Go ahead and add the happy baby here at the end. Hips should feel nice and open now. You can grab for the outer edges of those feet. You can grab for big toes with peace fingers. We want to draw those kneecaps down towards the armpits and draw that tailbone down. A little rock side to side. Straighten one leg out. The other. One more big breath in here. Exhale, we're going to let it go. Set up for your Shavasana. So whatever version of Savasana is good for you. You can have a blanket rolled up underneath the thighs here. Give your legs and low support on the low back. You can have a blanket under the neck here. Well, really great. Extend legs out and just let your ankles open up like a book. And that also will just open up your hip creases as well. Palms up to the sky here. And just begin to settle into these few final moments of our practice. Nothing left to do. Nothing left to think about. Just a few more minutes here of observation before we get back into our busy life. Soften any areas of tension you might still be holding around the eye sockets, through the throat. Let your heartbeat settle into your chest. Let the belly be soft. Release the kneecaps. Release the hips. Let the fingers and toes be wide, open, and receive the benefits of your practice. Allow me to call you back in a few more moments when it's time. into gently deepen the breath. Bring sensation back into the body, raising eyebrows, moistening your lips. Into wiggle fingers and toes. Let's go ahead and take the arms up overhead. Bring the feet together. Then just one last little side body bending twist here. Take the right ankle over to the right edge of the mat. And then take the left ankle on over the top of that. And then we're going to go ahead and grab the left wrist with the right palm and just pull that left wrist up and over. So we're kind of in this banana C-shaped side body twist here. Side body bend. Breathe into the left corner of the body, side rib cage here. Just softly exhaling, letting that go. One more time. Let it go. Take it back to center. Just moving nice and slow here. The last bit of movement here in our practice. Right ankle over the top of the left. And then grab that right wrist with the left and pull it on up. Breathe into the right side of the rib cage. Let that go. Draw knees back up into the chest here. Give yourself one big last squeeze. Go ahead and roll over to your right side. Gently bring yourself up to a comfortable seat. And keep the eyes closed or the gaze nice and soft. Go ahead and just set yourself up in our final pose here. Wiggle the hips side to side, feeling that grounding support of the earth. Broaden through the chest. Let that heart shine forward. Lift up through the crown of head. Thank yourself for taking this hour to dedicate to yourself, dedicate to your practice, for that self-care. Very, very important in the midst of everything going on nowadays. Even just a few moments, if you can't do a full hour of practice, 10 minutes in the morning or at night, so important to just find that centering and tuning in and tuning out those outside distractions. Let's inhale those arms up, out, reach up, look up, and draw that energy into the heart center. Press those thumbs against the breastbone, the heart shine forward. I'd like to thank you all for coming to the practice today. Thank you for allowing me to guide you. Namaste. Please have a wonderful day. Again, remember to check the website, sign up for the email list to stay up to date on all the current goings on with the Urban Yoga. And please visit that virtual tip jar to keep this community going strong. Thank you to everybody there.